Hey folks, how's it going? I hope you're well and welcome to this video. Today we're just looking at an update to Dunkton, which is the small town that I'm trying to build. It's taking a while, but get there in the end. And the Lego room in general, I had to change a couple of tables. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to because I wanted to be able to have a table at the end of the room to fit all the way up against the wall. So I took my jigsaw and went to town on that. Just chopped a little bit off and now it fits. That meant that I needed to cut a bit off another table in order to get that to fit in the gap that was now left. That's been done as well, and I can now build in that corner as well if I want to, without fear of any structures falling off the end into the abyss that is the corner of the room over there. And as always, I've got a bit of a time lapse going on so you can see exactly what I did, so you see the full update, not just the end product. And once I'd finished that corner of the room, we'll revisit that at the end of the video because I have actually placed something temporarily there. But I then moved on to the actual elevated part of the town, which I've built before. If you've watched the other updates, and if you'll be shocked to hear that it does actually take a few tries just to get it right. But I believe I've now got it how I want it. I hope, I really hope, because it's taken so many times to build this thing. But these 32 by 32 plates by Brickyard, they helped a lot just getting the structure right, and it was a lot quicker to set up this time, even though you'll see it does take a few tries. I got the height wrong initially and I had to actually watch my last update to remind myself how I'd done it. So yeah, also I'm using sort of 16 by 16 plates, so it's a combination of 32 by 32 plates for the main structure at the back there, and then just some 16 by 16 plates, and that gives a really nice size of the sort of the elevated town, of giving enough space for maybe sort of a pathway or cycle tracks and stuff like that. I don't know yet, but yeah, you'll see initially I build it one way, and then by the end of the video you'll see that it's set up a completely different way. Well, not completely different, but just slightly different. I have managed to work on a tunnel entrance to one end, just getting it right. Obviously I need to try and make it a little bit prettier. It is very industrial looking, just with all the crane pieces. For the moment though, I'm just interested in getting the basic structures down and making sure they work and do what I need them to do. I will work at making things look pretty eventually, but at the moment I'm more interested in the foundations. Now on this bit, I took a piece of the spare table that I chopped off the other table that I needed to make shorter and just joined it onto the end of that table there. So I screwed it all in and made sure it was fairly secure, so it just gives me a bit more space on the tables. And I really needed to do this just to give me some more room so I could lay the track so it wasn't turning quite as sharply into the tunnel. Otherwise, certain trains like the Emerald Knight wouldn't make it through the entrance to the tunnel. Now on this bit, you'll see I just needed to move the track. Initially, I'd set it up to go with the old station that I'd made. That was kind of just an extended version of the last train station set that Lego released, but I'm gonna have to actually make a mock and design something properly just so it fits in the gaps there. I need to make best use of the space that I've got, and the railway itself takes up a lot of space, so I just need to make a station. So we'll see how that goes. You'll see how good or bad my mock making skills are. We'll see how it goes with this. And then I'm back to trying to build the platform again for the elevated town. It doesn't last long. Just let you into that for a start. Yeah, I just needed to move the track again. I think I'd put it 8 studs away, and now it's actually 9 studs away. That's how I've measured it. Otherwise I wouldn't have enough room for, well, the station's going to be 8 studs wide, the platform, or deep, or however you want to put it. But in order to get a train going along it, then I just needed an extra stud in between the track and the station platform. So this platform is going to be a little bit closer than your normal Lego station, but I think it'll pay off, and well, it'll look a lot better once it's finished. Maybe we'll see it, well, it'll definitely be next year now anyway, before we even start the station. I also realised that road plates will fit in the gap, or at least between the edge of the table and the elevated city, so that's really good from that point of view. I can reclaim some green base plates there, but of course, as we all know, in order to buy a straight road base plate, you also need to buy a crossing base plate, so I think I've got about 5 straights there, so I'll need to try and find a way to get more straight road plates and everything like that. So that's the town in, and also put the monorail down as well, and then yeah, I just needed to sand the tabletop there because I put some filler in just to fill in the holes that I'd drilled earlier, and then put some felt on, and that's that part of the town finished. So now we're back to the other side of the room where the tables now fit flush against the walls, and this part I really want to build something a bit bigger, a bit more spectacular. So this is definitely experimental, and structurally it's not sure if I'm going to build it this way, or I'm going to I don't know, go out and buy a bunch of Duplo bricks or something like that, because I think it would probably be a bit stronger and a bit more stable if I did that. These pieces as well, I'm going to have to take this down just to build the next track setup anyway, because they're integral to the way I build the track setup. So and I'll be filming that next week. Watching this on Saturday, it's going to get filmed next week. I'll be building all the structures and everything this week, hopefully in the evenings and everything. But yeah, this part of the town is well, it's going to look more mountainous and everything like that, but you'll see the structures that I'm building on it. But this is all getting built just so I can have well, you've got the Temple of Arijitsu there, and it's going to be more of a Ninjago kind of looking area, I suppose, and also the Ninjago city. I'll be changing this definitely, but I just wanted to set it up just to see how it looked initially and see where I think the placing of Ninjago city is going to change, but the Temple of Arijitsu, I think it will stay in the corner there, and it will look pretty good once everything's built around it, and I've actually got some, well, got some scenery there and everything like that, and some walls and or mountainside, or I don't know, things like that. So there you go, that's the other side of the city, the conceptual idea for sure, because I'm going to have to take all this apart soon just to make sure I've got enough bits to build the railway. So there you go, that's update number 3 for Dunkton. I think I'm going to approach it in 3 phases now. Phase 1 is going to be the elevated town, and that's going to be my main focus. I want to build some mock buildings in there, and I need to work on the monorail and the monorail placing, because the monorail is going to go round as well as the railway. Phase 2 will be the station. I'll start collecting pieces for that from Bricklink and working on a design, but that's going to be phase 2, and then phase 3 will be the mountainous region of Ninjago. And yes, I have been pronouncing it wrong and managed to catch myself and correct myself. So yeah, that's going to get worked on as well. That should be fun. Lots of bricks though, for, well, all of it really, and it's going to take time, and it'll be next year. Again, this is just a work in progress. Everything's subject to change, and if I need pieces for the track setup, which is the main focus of this channel, then I will need to take pieces out of the town in order to do the track setup. Talking about the track setup, I'll be working on the structures now. Probably if it's Saturday when you're watching this video, when this is released, then I'll be working on the structures for that this week. Hopefully filming next week. I'm not sure if I need to plan it out and work on various different things, and those things take a lot of time, but if I get the time this week, then I will be working on that and then filming, and then and I'm planning on trying to get 2 or 3 videos out of this track setup. I've got a new camera arriving especially for this track setup, so there's going to be something new coming with the videos and everything like that, so that's exciting. Regarding the channel, I will be doing some sort of more small videos, I think, as well. This year I tried to do a video once a week. I didn't quite keep up with that, but the way I do videos, it seems to be, I think just the way I've chosen to do the videos and everything, it's fairly time intensive and everything like that, and apparently you're supposed to have a social life and get out and talk to people and things like that, and yeah, who knew? But I'm going to yeah, change this way I do that, and maybe do some small hauls and stuff, especially now I'm buying small things, or I say small, some sort of just some smaller packages and stuff just to build Dunkton and everything like that. So you'll be kept up to date. And if you want to keep up to date, another way, you can always follow me on Instagram, which is @DunksterBricks. That's a way you'll be able to see sort of like sneak peeks of what's coming up in the videos and things like that. So there is also that option as well. We're up to 31,000 subscribers, so I've got to say thanks to everyone. It's awesome that we've got 31,000 subscribers and it's growing still. So that's fantastic. If you've enjoyed this video, then you can subscribe and click like if you've enjoyed it as well. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.